Our ground forces are expanding their ground operations. IDF is operating at all dimensions in order to achieve the goals of the war. Earlier, we've exposed to the world the Shifa hospital. We've exposed the underground sphere and how this hospital was converted into using terrorist activities. Cynical usage of the Hamas. We've exposed this to the world and we will continue to do so. We will continue to attack in Gaza and its surroundings, and we keep calling upon the people living in Gaza and its environs that south from there they have better conditions. Now in the north there was some attacks from that area into Misgavam. We've exchanged fire back and there weren't any casualties from our forces. We continue with our effort to identify and intercept terrorist cells all the time. Since the beginning of the war, the IDF has caught and eradicated many shooting cells from across the border. Anybody who will risk us will pay with their lives. We are on high alert along the north border and we're constantly conducting a situation estimate. We follow up on regional developments. This morning, the Air Force forces identified a certain threat along the Red Sea. Israel will cooperate with Egypt and the U.S. and will increase its defense from threats around the Red Sea. We are prepared on the defensive in all areas, and we make sure that we maintain Israel's security interests. At the home front, I call upon you to continue to adhere the instructions of the Home Front Command. These instructions save lives. Please continue to do so. The enemy continues to launch missiles and rockets, and you need to adhere to the instructions. It saves lives. Recently, we've received calls from many citizens that there is a certain delay in the Home Front Command app in informing and providing alerts. We are now working on improving this app, and let me remind Israelis that the app is merely one tool in our set of tools to alert people in real time, along with the telegram and alerts and sirens. Please use all these tools constantly. So far, we've informed the families of 310 IDF fatalities and 229 hostages. At this point in time, at this hour, our hearts are with the hostages and the abducted, and even more so on this Shabbat evening. And we are committed to this national mission to bring back all the hostages. We are at the end of the third week to this war. Hundreds of thousands of IDF troops, reservists, and security forces are deployed along Israel's borders and cyber, on the ground, in the air, and at the sea in order to protect and defend this country. Any questions? I'm from Kan News. We see more rockets targeting Israel. Well, I've kept saying, and I would like to repeat that, we have a very good defense systems, which is multi-tiered, multi-layered, and we know how to contend with the different threats, and we've seen the interception of the Air Force in the south this morning, but it's not hermetic defense. So this is why it's so important to constantly adhere to the instructions of the Home Front Command. Sheltered areas save lives, and we are going to continue to intercept. We will try to do so fully, but it's not fully proof. And as for what you said about the Shifa hospital in Gaza and the activities beneath it, does it mean that the IDF will attack there? And is it true that in recent hours Israel has agreed to a certain ceasefire in exchange for the release of hostages? Let me tell you something about the Shifa hospital. We keep bringing information. We will bring more information, and we will show the videos from the interrogations of the POWs along with information from the ISA. We will bring more and more information regarding the exploitation of civilian infrastructure and facilities, humanitarian facilities, including the Shifa hospital, and the cynic exploitation of the Hamas, which is using their own people as human shields in order to conduct terrorist activities. We are raising a red flag here. We will not be able to allow to conduct terrorist activities against Israel from hospitals, and together with the world we'll have to somehow deal with this red flag. This is something that the State of Israel cannot allow. As for your question about the rumors or the rumors that we keep hearing about some kind of a deal, let me answer you the following. In this context, I recommend that you do not pay attention to rumors, because this is a process of psychological terrorism, and the Hamas is cynically using and exploiting Israeli sentiments, and any credible piece of information, whether it's operational, civil, or intel, any piece of relevant information, if it is vetted and verified, we will first give it to the families and only then to deliver it to the general population. Until then, we will not succumb to the psychological terrorism and manipulations of Hamas. Another question, please, last one. We've seen that some of the towns and cities that were defined as green by the Homefront Command, there were some missiles and rockets hit, and the Minister of Education said that they will open schools only in the green areas. Have these instructions changed? Look, we are conducting a routine in the shadow of warfare and combat, and we need to do so with immense responsibility in collaboration with mayors, for example, the mayor of Tel Aviv, as well as the mayor of Beersheba and Ashkelon. It's a very big city, and we're going to continue to conduct a situation estimate. Wherever we can allow education and routine, we'll have to do so. We need to see that there are safe and sheltered areas, and this, of course, is decided with immense responsibility and deliberation. We are responsible for that. The Homefront Command, along with the local authorities, will update the instructions, up-to-date instructions every day. Shabbat Shalom.